Hey guys, this is Allison from Alleycat Creations. How are you? I'm hot. Been packing my house away. Um, Making progress, but not enough. Because it's so hot and my AC isn't working, it's taking me a little bit longer to get through stuff. And I've been working literally in the wee hours of the morning when it's actually cooler outside. Not fun. Rainbow Masters, the Phoenix Journal. We're going to continue with that today. Before I begin, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and sharing is caring. And if you have it within you to help and support my work, if I've ever given you a light bulb moment, a mic drop, a new book to read, or just connected a dot for you, please consider helping me. In desperate times, I ask for help. I hope soon I won't have to be asking for help anymore. I'm trying to manifest this move, but in the meantime, I still have bills and I still have no income. So anything helps. So we're going to move into, just going to get this all set up. There we go. This is chapter 7, recording 1, El-Morya. Friday, April 7th, 1989, 6 a.m., year 2, day 234. The first ray. El-Morya, the statesman. Let us dwell in the light, that the darkness shall be diminished in this wondrous place. I am El-Morya, known as Elder of the First Ray, teacher Kohan, to work with ye ones, and bringing forth in personality and wisdom and understanding of thy calling. Time for reuniting. It is difficult for ye ones, for the great Kohan, to single upon one ray for thy input. Do not tarry about it. Each of us will touch with you, that ye might become comfortable with the energy forms. Yours will be to work with each and all of us. Dharma. Think of me as the color of the forget-me-not close with Michael, a calming of the soul, restlessness, urging truth and wisdom in allowing of thy brother to be as he will be. I can only bring these things unto thy attention and allow of thee to be as thee will be. The time sequence has cycled again to the time of pulling ones again into the inner circle, a time of participation for those who have drifted away because of life's need. The Father knows of thy needs and blesses thee ones who take up the responsibilities and awaits thy calls. As ye one are beginning to pull each and then all of the higher energies within, we are moving more and more rapidly in the line up at this starting gate. Ye ones, do not use of your great gift of wisdom in seeing what is. Ye continually ponder the what ifs, that it didn't. Tell me why this little personal thing occurred. You allowed me to believe it and didn't. I can't, I shouldn't, and worse, I thought. If ye dwell upon the negative, negative ye will receive. It is the wisdom and truth of manifestation, a universal law of manifestation. Ye look always at a thing or happening with wisdom, but not in negativity. There is a great difference, since a circumstance for what it appears to be quite of negative input. From all facets, move within the positive possibilities. Example of change. Let us discuss Rick's auto problems of yesterday as a grand, for instance. The facts are the water level was low for whatever reason. A preventable occurrence. One never should drive with low radiator water. Now, why might Rick have driven on with low radiator water? The facts are carelessness. Do not make of a thing to be mystical when it is not. Do not, however, cast it aside as useless foolishness. Check into the reason ye were careless. Go within and ye will know. It is no business of anyone as to the why other than Rick. Let us now consider some very excellent points to positively ponder. Rick's disadvantage called into play several things. Al's participation, John's participation, and brotherhood, helping each other in camaraderie. Both John and Al have great experience upon the planet from which to draw wisdom. Rick needs to spend more time in their counsel, but tends to remain in habit patterns. They likewise will not project upon another their presence. 'Tis a cycle, just a cycle of habits. Do not make more of it than it is. There is not always great, grand messages in the things that happen. Mostly it means nothing in particular. You will know when a thing is of greatness, except that thy inner wisdom projects that which ye need and participates it through thyself. Not mystical, magic, nor particularly of great cause. It is the mind going about in securing the receiving of what thee has requested of the Father in perfect order. Perfection comes in most strange ways. Cleus, do not labor at it. If thee has turned it over to the higher workers, accept with knowledge and allow it to release. If the soul urges meditation upon a point, meditate upon it, for it does not mean of something. Do not waste of thy precious moments in pondering that which has no magnificent projection. Accept, adapt, and move ever onward, lest ye fall into the trap of never leaving thy meditations. Until thee can manifest as the higher energies in thought alone, thee better keep working more and meditating upon thy works. Do not always effort so much at good or bad. However, turn thee away from evil, not because evil is real, but shun it because it is unreal and not part of God. Truth. Calling working troops. Listen thee to the bell in its calling forth. Do know if for thee it tolls. The master says, quote, it is a call to the humble the world around, to the servants of the will of God, and to the avant-garde who would carry civilization forward into a new age, a new time, end quote. El-Morya, call ones who would be Cleus and followers of the sacred fire, who would become students and adepts, followers, who would become comrades of the Christos, exponents of the world of the living truth, those who would be in imitation of the example of the Christos, into Jesus, and finally the head, the heart, and the hands of our cosmic retune. Ah, yes, the path that offers much requires of thee much. But ye ones upon your place have also a saying. You get what you pay for. Yes, the price is rather high. But then, dear ones, ye are purchasing the ultimate reality, perhaps beyond price. To reach such a plane of reality, ye must gather within the soul the trust, the power, wisdom, and love, above all, love. To reach beyond the plane of consciousness, ye must have thrust. Ye must draw from the wellspring of God, the living flame, that which the living God has anchored within thy very soul and heart, and draw forth the thrust of faith, hope, and charity. You must take up the first step. I come forth as guide and teacher. All ones who hear the words of the masters are not of our chelas. Therefore, we must clear those ones who would only disrupt from the path that might move forward. Our cause is most noble. Thy planet is in most critical circumstance. What use are thy valuable acquisitions and hovels if they had no planet upon which to place it? Why have a great beauteous things if they have no brother to share it? These are the points of worth to ponder and upon which to meditate. Request of assistance from us of the finer frequencies that we might give assistance. Further, please may my own accepted chelas hear of me. Listen with thy heart and wisdom of thought, that which ye are about and why thee are about it. Are ye proper in perception? Are the moving in the path? Are ye rested and contented within thy heart? Are ye gifted in peace? If thee say no to any of these, look again, that thee are not strayed. So be it, little chelas, for thy days upon this blessed place are short and the work great. I am El-Morya, Kohen of the first ray, do place my seal upon these words, that ye may know that which ye are in truth and wisdom of thought and action. I am that ye might also be. Dharma, thank ye, child, for thy hands. Count not thy works as good deed or bad deed, lest ye centered upon good or bad, as ye clear of thy space, that we might come into thy presence. Know that there is no good or bad, there is only purity of godness and absence of evilness. Blessed be thy gifts as ye come into maturity of service. May I always come in such comfort unto thee, for we have worked long and singleness of circuitry, and thy receiving is clear and open. Blessings upon thee and thy brethren in this place. We will meet often in what thee calls thy future, in service to the one light and in honor and respect to my great teacher Maha. I take leave in the strength and power of the triune of the Father, the Son, and most sacred Holy Spirit. May ye come into total fullness of hope, love, and charity, the greatest being love. So be it, for the purpose will come to pass in perception of the plan. Adonai, in truth, I am Morya. Hatan, Dharma, thank you, child, for acceptance of thy task. I bless thee and give thee whatever balance ye need. Ye will come to know the truth of these most beloved and gracious masters as they come to commune. Be at peace to comfort comes rapidly. This is a place of greatness. Ye ones are greatness. Honor that truth that we might move onward in our most critical works. The fragments are moving into the circle of ability to begin the process of focus and finally into finite lesser sharpness. We shall cut, labor, and mold until perfection becomes our manifestation upon this blessed creation of Creator. So be it, so it shall be. Salu, 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 in service and on by, that we might meet later this day, if suitable, I am. Very interesting. Chapter 8, recording 1, Lanto. Saturday, April 8th, 1989, 7 a.m., year 2, day 235. The second ray, Lato, the sage. Doubt. These should be in the doubting until ye feel of the presence. I am thy elder brother and teacher. I am Lato, of the second ray of refraction. It is simply a term of identification, my child. I am accepted and blessed with thy presence and acceptance of my humble self. May wisdom and knowledge always be thy way. Thy mind is a brilliance, and ye shall never allow it to be used carelessly or fabricate for thy own purposes, as have too many of our beloved speakers of earth teachers. We must, however, just as ye ones, have some mode of identification that ye might know of us as separated from another vibration energy pattern. Though you may need of not more than my presence, child, thy brother in need of signs and proof of definition. It is no more or less than simple labeling that we might respond as ye would to Dharma. Definitions. Man is the one who chooses to place us on pedestals above his reach. We only differ in existence of form and enlightenment. Yet we are labeled as to responsibility and function. Lord, remember, means teacher. Chila means student. And as we move forward, there will be many, many other labels which will be brought to your attention in simplistic manner. Man has taken these terms, which have only meaning in your English language at any level, translated them to please self and status, and proclaim them to represent levels of royalty of earth measure. They are simple terms for us of the humble realms, and always remember this: the more stately the term in your translation, the more humble the energy from whom bears it is these realms. For us to say, for instance, the master was set upon a golden throne, he have no translation for that term. Since we are only of vibration and color form, it does not mean a gold hard seat. It means a great central sun colored vibrational focus. So be it. We shall bring many terms unto a level of understanding which will allow you ones to mesh and function with us, not in awe of our presence. The terms are truth, the manner of receiving most often outrageous. Do not spend of thy time in inner discomfort, because ye know the difference. Ones that which they are capable of doing, and always remember, the brothers of darkness begin immediately to damage the purity of the receiving elements and the message. It is only the way it is. There is no such thing as ego in these realms, and that is the one point man cannot seem to separate from his own relationship. Therefore, he can only attach to what he already knows or has experienced. Earth knowledge lacking. I have chosen the softness of the yellow refraction as my most comfortable vibration, and am most easily identified from my past, as you perceive it to be, experiences. My existence is in mortal form, brought me to your places that you now geographically identify as the Orient. I was given the great gift of insight and wisdom from our creator source to experience upon this planet in the form of many most humble wise ones. My most revered service was to be one who came first as the Christos, the Buddha, brother, and one with the master Insu Jesus. Ye bring up thy differences in religions when ye actually know of nothing about it. Ye once take a book written by anyone, absorb it, and tout thy knowledge abroad. Ye know nothing about it. Ye ones, from thy opinion and beliefs, by hand-me-down thoughts of others, often by the printed format of the authorities, who got his information from the loudest speaker on a stage of performance. In thy ignorance, ye have brought rebellion and further ignorance upon thy children. They lock themselves unto self-destruct within the culture of drugs and poison, music, transfix themselves in the visions they give unto their minds in video and motion pictures. And then ye wonder at what has become of your planet. Well, Chilas, Since the garden, it has been headed to this point in cycle on the darkened place. So be it, ye would moan and groan and place blame for what? Ye can blame another and do nothing. It is as it is, and it has become such from the imitation of the parents and teachers who have come before. Oh boy, it's true though. Force, not of God. Religion, as practiced upon thy place, is the most deadly of all. Shouting out of control, weeping, emotional, egotistical, greedy, and power-hungry energies attack at every turn. The very fiber of the foundation upon which first the truth was founded is destroyed behind the shadows of the facade, even until the gifts return to God. There comes no force from God, child. And if there is force in order to cause tithing, participation in a given place or thing, or excommunication because of a given thing, it is brought forth by one's wielding power in order to control a brethren energy. It is not God. God gave unto the blessed life forms free will choice. He does not then turn about and force thee to do anything. He is mostly wondrously joy-filled and with thee chooses of God's way. Thy gifts are replenished in unbound measure. Yes, thy world is in great despair. Thy children in the wee grades are bringing weapons of death into their kindergarten classes. What else can they know, as all they see upon the vision screens is such? A man comes onto a playground in California and kills with machines. A child is going to get the nearest gun and picture himself protecting himself and his playmates, or perpetrating the same in order to have his picture on the moving image machines. Balance is gone from thy world. It will get worse and worse and worse. How can it be different until it has been eaten of its own self, as the serpent who devours itself? The areas of pain and devoid of light, which grow and expand to encompass the very cities themselves. Light has to be rebirthed outside the ghettos of the darkened masses. So be it, for it will come to pass, and ye ones of light bearers will pick up the pieces, and we shall rebuild through the destruction, or it will be in perishment. Better way. Ye ones will see thy children of blooded connection fall. Ye will feel the pain as ye do not to stop it. However, to fight or battle in the true sense of the definition of war will do nothing but expand upon the problem. Ye must quietly, dutifully, and with humility offer of a better way. Ye must change the images, offer fulfillment within for the participating personages. Nay, ye cannot do it all for the changing of all mankind, for it has meant to be. The world is in transition. Ye will work toward the goal of bringing light again into all the population. However, know that it is time of sorting, and millions upon millions of energies will be changing dimensions. Ye have a world in transition, a planet, a precious ones. She is being rebirthed to come into her own glory. Ye ones are the caretakers, the midwives. Ye will assist in restoring balance and harmony unto this place. Ye, the ones who will remain within the transition itself. Man thinks he is all, nigh, he is but one form of creation, and earth, man, has proven himself to be one of the lesser creations. He was birthed in radiance, and his flame has all but perished. It has been a wondrous place of experience in existence, a perceived illusion in scenarios, but damage has been wrought to very vibrational manifestations of destruction to destroy in total. Persistence with assistance. Ah, yes, it will all come boiling up and crashing down, for this is the way of it. Ye shall continue thy march onward, for that too is the way of it. We will assist. We give thee great outpouring of insight and wisdom, for this is mine to give unto thee. We link with thee ones, we merge with thee ones, that naught can stop thee. It will build of its own inertia, and we shall prevail in these chosen places of the sun. The infinite cycle is closing, and the energy of the sacred circle of infinity will again walk upon the blessed creation within thee. Ah, yes, all will see, for the beacon of light will shine forth into the forever. Ye shall be given unto the wisdom, truth, love, strength, and knowledge to do of thy works. For as I am, so are thee, of the unpierceable veil of the golden flame, and the care within the golden robes. Know of it, feel of it, for I am that I am, and I come. Ye ones are blessed of me, and I, Lord Lanto, of the totality, do place my seal upon these words, that ye may know the truth of it. For unto you will come again the great circle of infinity, the great spirit of forever, to dwell again upon this place. How many will be in readiness? Walk forth in balance, in harmony, in light. For ye ones are about to embark upon greatest joy in a universe. So be it, and as it is here spoken, so shall it come to pass. Amen. Tamper not with truth. Hatan here, Dharma. Let us settle a bit, as the energy is very intense indeed. It will be most pleasant as we're moving along in harmony. Thank you for being accepting. I bring special blessings and appreciation to beloved Theodora, to Ita, and others of truth who have received without the changing of truth. There are many who have received and few who have been true to the task. So be it, for it is not easy. Ye ones will endure, and ye will come to bless the ones who fall and fell in shortness of the goal. They forget their lesson of the light. The dark brothers are clever, constant, and deadly to the words of truth. So let it rest. Ye must stay with the task, little sister, for thy homework is abundant. Do not allow of guests to take of thy time. We are short of time, and ye must be in preparation. Ye will take of thee breaks, however, if it need be. Ye will go forth from this place to isolate and balance the energy patterns. You are atop a volcano of energy upheaval, dear one. At this time we're receiving of the master teachers. Thy earthly selves will more rapidly pass from thee, and ye must respond accordingly, so it be. I stand now in appreciation and pride as a father for his children who are in performance of their lessons in love of the infinite. I am Hatan of light. Salut, 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 and I salute you out. Sweating already. My goodness. So just like Jermaine and Michael, these two passages are speaking about now. Literally, now. Beyond the physical, we're going through ascension, a lot of ascension symptoms, a lot of spiking of the Schulman resonance, a lot of energy. Some of us who were tired for months on end, getting those blasts coming in. Now we're being energized and we're like tackling things at full speed ahead. And the people that were full speed ahead are now slowing down and getting the ascension symptoms. I've been noticing that pattern. Let me know in the comments if you're one of them. We're all being called to come forth. And although this was written, typed up, whatever have you, channeled in 1989, it is very much a part of our paradigm right now. as if these words were waiting to be listened to in perfect timing. So how are you going to answer the call? I had a lovely conversation today with the person I met at the Truth Tour in Fort Wayne, Indiana. What stuck out to me the most was being charitable. Being charitable does not necessarily mean financial. There are so many people who could be helping others right now who are in bad times. And you would want to hope that if you hit bad times, like, we don't want to ever think negatively or realistically. It's not necessarily a negative thing. We all have soul arrangements that we make before we come here, and we all walk down paths, and sometimes our timelines change and things happen to us for reasons that sometimes we just either never find out in this lifetime or we find out later on. The biggest task is that if something happens to you, you would hope that people come in to help you. Even if you don't ask for the help, you would hope that there's good people out there that walk into your life that fulfill a role that uplifted you. This isn't happening on a massive scale. This needs to happen on a massive scale. This isn't something that, you know, it's like calling 911. When I was a lifeguard and we're going through all the training, first aid, first responder, it's like you have to point to a person and make sure that person knows that they have a role. You go grab the AED, you go grab, you call 911. I will do compressions, you do the breaths. It's just designating people. Well, when you're doing a video or, people are out in the world, you don't know who the responder is. You don't know whose role is what. You have to use your gut instinct. And if there's something that you could do to your community, start acting. If you are a light worker and you know that there's some negative juju energy at the park, well, what harm does it do if you go clear that energy so it doesn't affect the little ones? If you know that you have an elderly neighbor that's a little grumpy because, shit's happening, does it hurt to give a phone call if you have their number or the knock on the door to see if they're alive and they need anything? Little things go so far. And what I am noticing with no matter what, walk of life you're in, it's all sides. There are people struggling to get to work, and all of their money that they make in a paycheck is going to gas. And yeah, there are not many communities that have good transportation. It shouldn't take 7 hours of commuting to get to work. It's 2022. It's not like Grandpa told us that they walked 5 miles to the store in a snowstorm. We're not there anymore. And we need to stop looking back at those examples as like, well, blah, 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 blah. No. That's just copping out and making excuses. Are you cleaning out your house? I'm cleaning out my house. I have to have a yard sale. I wish I can donate everything, but I am in desperation mode. I need as much money as I possibly can so I can actually afford a rental van or a truck or whatever I can get and pack the stuff up myself and drive the damn van myself because that's all I have. I can't afford all of that stuff. But whatever I don't sell is going to donation. What do you have in your house that you don't need anymore, you don't use, it's just laying there? Someone might be able to use it, need it. Maybe they can resell it. That's what we need to start doing on a massive scale. We have to stop assuming that other people are doing the work, and you really have to start taking charge. And that's not easy because some people don't know where to start, but maybe look in your closets. There are plenty of people out there with nothing. Start there. And it's not to say, well, that person's going to do it on drugs. This person, again, they got there for a reason. You have to ask yourself, why are they drug addicts? Why are they homeless? There are still homeless veterans on the street. What are they still doing there? The answer is, and I live in New York, so guys, the answer isn't homeless shelters or housing. They don't want to be in those places because no matter what, if they leave to go look for a job, their stuff gets stolen. Or they have to share it with somebody that is, crazy. And not to demean or belittle anybody that has mental illness. But shelters, I know, trust me, I had students that came from shelters. They don't provide you with anything. They don't provide you with soap and shampoo. They don't wash your clothes. And these are the conditions that people are living in. You might have shelter, but there is no necessity for, soap to wash your hands, to wash your body. There's a lot we can do to better society and to get people back on their feet. Little things. Little things go a long way. So let's start thinking of a charitable mindset, because that really stuck out to me in the first reading. That really stuck out to me. It's beyond the love and the light, because that all encompasses everything. It's about being compassionate towards others. It's about helping the collective, because they're a part of you as much as they're a part of me. It's a part of everybody. And we are not going to move up and we're going to stay in the same place if we stop labeling and recognizing people above or below you. We are all equal. So there's a reason why that people go out and do stupid things, that are not eating healthy, that have issues, and these issues are all caused by the evil. So can't we come up with solutions to maybe get these people into better situations? Yeah. We definitely can. If that's not your strong suit, there is other areas that you can tackle to help your community and to help the people in and around you, because that's really important. And again, there's no political tie to any of that. I can't tell you how many on both sides, senators, congressmen, local officials, I have tried to contact to ask for help because no one helped me. And I get nothing. So you know what? They don't get my vote. They're worthless to me. They get my tax dollars, they get a paycheck to not service the people that voted them in. Or even if they didn't get vote, yeah, even if I didn't vote for them, that's still their job. So really think about what they said also about religion. It's not an easy topic for a lot of people. It's hard. I had this conversation on on Messenger earlier with somebody that did not understand my spiritual lingo, and they thought I was freaking out batshit crazy. No, you just got to get out of your one book paradigm and understand that there's a larger picture that you're missing out on because you were only dictated to all this stuff, and you're dictating to me like, prove it. You're not ready to handle anything because you're not opening up your mind to the other possibilities that are out there because you're still stuck on the one book. When you unstuck yourself and get off the mouse sticky pad and venture outside of the walls that you're confining yourself in, maybe I could talk to you and you can absorb what I'm trying to tell you. But I can't do that when everything is Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And it's like, well, there's a creator God and Jesus is a master teacher. And that's the big difference. Everybody's looking for a savior, and that savior is yourself. And that's all of us as well, combined together. And I think that's really where a lot of the problems lie, is we're so self-egoed in, we don't help other people. There are people that go and help without a doubt. And I'm not saying any of you are not helping. It's as a massive collective that, you know, I have a lot of friends from high school and from all walks of life that could have, you know, talked to a boss and see if they could have finagled me in a job. I have a lot of people who have been helping me along the way, and I had a lot of people I thought that would be there for me that disappeared. They scattered like cockroaches. You know, and if you don't want to be that person on that end either. You know, when you hit hard times, we all hit hard times. We have all fallen and couldn't get up right away. And you would hope that somebody would be there to give you that hand, right? And maybe this time you're the one giving the hand. The next time when you fall, someone else will put their hand out to extend. And we need to do that for more than just the people that we know. There are people all around the world that are in hard, heavy times right now. We need to start doing better as a society and as a collective. So those two passages, absolutely connected with them. Again, the way it was written, not easily read or understood because of the ye and the blah, 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 but the overall message, you can't hide. We're going through that right now. People are still stuck. They can't see beyond their blinders. And it's up to us to kind of try in our own, you know, our own way, nicely and respectfully, to open up the mind. You know, I was in, you know, I could have been doing a hell of a lot more during the early morning when this person messaged me, but I tried. I did my best, but I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But you might have that message that you get here, and you might be the one that might be the messenger for those people. That's also help in being charitable, spreading knowledge. So I'm going to leave that there. I'll see if I can get more readings in tomorrow. It's going to be extremely hot over the weekend here. And I'm a hot mess. It's hot. Right now it's all on the cooler side and it's breezy, so I'm not too sweaty. But I miss everybody. I miss doing readings consistently. I'm hoping by next month there's more of me knowing what's gonna happen to me. They didn't cut my internet off. I'm still very shocked. Can't pay the bill. Don't know how I'm gonna pay it. I'm trying to manifest as much as I possibly can, but you know, things come in divine timing and it is what it is. So I have to cash coins and cans in tomorrow. So I'm sending each and every one of you love and light. Please be safe, be seen, hang in there. Things are happening. Then, you know, we might say they're not happening fast enough, but again, they're in control. And, you know, don't get frustrated. If you're not feeling the energies, if you're not feeling the downloads, you're not getting the ear buzzings. When I first got told my major downloads come in 369 and the Tesla numbers, it's months. So I get randomly downloaded and then I get randomly channeled. And then all of a sudden that mark hits and then it all flows in. So it might be a very similar thing to you out there. So we're all gifted in different ways. Don't compare or judge yourself against another person. We all have a divine purpose here. We all have our abilities, and uniquely we can combine them all together to form a humongous, amazing light force. But we can only do that if we actually start doing the work and coming together and stop being afraid. And it doesn't need to be in person. It can be done online until that gets shut off. So wishing everybody love and light. I'm glad I still have the internet and I'm glad I'm still here. Hang in tight and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.